special guest with me. His name is Ramon Buchanan. I'm going out there to seek persons who are inspiring other persons. Sometimes these persons don't want to come in the limelight. There are some persons who just want to stay in the shadows, stay there and help others. Want persons to feel inspired. We have the younger generation. They need to be inspired. I'll tell you a little bit about himself.
I am a trained guidance counselor, but I work in the capacity of a youth advisor, youth counselor, motivational speaker, entrepreneur. When it comes on to motivating the next generation, that's me, that's what I'm passionate about. Truth is, once you have life, you should have purpose. You should be goal-oriented, trying to uplift everyone around you. And I think that's where awesomeness comes from.
Why is it important for us to share our stories?
When you share your story, or even in a Christian standpoint, your testimony, which is your overcoming of a test, it stands to be a source of encouragement, which people desperately need. I recognize more and more, and the data shows that mental health illnesses or mental challenges is on the rise, especially for men, because we see more and more suicide happening. This happens when it comes on to a lot of negativity coming out, especially when people become more, because of social media, more cognizant of themselves, and they feel inadequate to say, I'm not where this person is. In that sense, in this world, especially in regards to the enhancement of social media, it's critical at this point in time that we emphasize good, because there's a lot of good happening. It's just that it's being drowned by a lot of negativity. So for me, the more we show the good things out there, the more we show persons how we can overcome our challenges, the more people can grow, the more persons can now internalize and realize that they can do it too.
You're doing good, just continue to do good and let the good Lord take care of everything else. There are many things that happened to persons in the past that you may think would cripple them, you may think they would commit suicide, you may think that will hold them down, but actually those are the moments, those are the stories that ignite them to achieve success. Tell the viewers some things that you have achieved. A lot of stories have been swept under the carpet. I no longer want that. I want persons to share their positive stories, inspire others, and hopefully that will ignite a flame that will help this generation to rise above whatever is coming. Whether it is AI, whether it's aliens coming, whether it is war, we just need to have that mindset that no matter what we face, no matter what we're going through, we must rise above. So what are the factors that may hinder persons from being successful?
Two mindsets. You have a growth mindset and you have a fixed mindset. Persons who are successful lies in the realm of growth mindset. They're always trying to uplift themselves, always trying to learn new things. They always believe that they can get from 1 to 2 to 3. But a fixed mindset person is different. A fixed mindset believes that I'm going to stay in the realm of safety. There is no growth. They just want to stay consistent. The word I used was stagnant. So I believe success comes from a growth mindset, and persons who aren't successful have what is called the fixed mindset. And in order to be successful, you have to transition from the fixed mindset to the growth mindset. So everything for me, when it comes down to success, is all about this, the most powerful thing on the earth, the mind, because everything begins right here.
True. And that is a very good message there, Ramon, because a lot of persons who are fearful of sometimes even success, because sometimes success comes with a lot of responsibilities. There are persons who are successful, sometimes they can't sleep in their bed, they have to spend less time with their family. And there are some persons who want to be comfortable, but there's a balance, there's a difference between being too comfortable and being lackadaisical. Sometimes they become stagnant and they fail to improve, they fail to rise above some things that are happening. I'm not saying that that is not okay, you know.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, there are some persons who just want to remain like that. But there are persons who want success and they don't have any story, they don't have any inspiration. Can you tell the viewers now some of the things, some awesome things that have happened to you, some things that you have achieved in the past?
Okay. So before I jump on that specific point, you mentioned, you used the word comfort. And when you said it, it's like the light bulb went off in my head. So when we mention growth mindset, growth is a very uncomfortable process. And nothing is wrong with being comfortable, but we have to know what we want. So if your goal is success, your goal is to get from where you are now to a higher stage, then you're going to have to go through a lot of discomfort. I just wanted to highlight that. That's one of the keys to success, understanding that being uncomfortable is a part of the entire process. Now, in terms of my success story, things that I'm proud of, accolades as you call it, there are two things that would have shaped me significantly. One would have been my years in college. So I started off year one, I'm going to keep my story very short. I started off in year one and my GPA was 1.75 for year one. That is borderline failure. I was basically failing out my degree.
Wow.
And being the laughing stock of my entire year group, I felt bad. But the truth is, I had a lot going on. Where, just to share a bit about me, my grandmother had Alzheimer's, and that's one of the main persons in my life. And I had to leave school just to go take care of her. And I would go home, I would see her sometimes should be on the ground in her own feces and urine. So my mindset was a little bit different. But something shifted at the end of year one. And what that was that this powerful woman that I love, my grandmother, she passed away.
Oh,
And
condolences.
thank you. But the truth is, after she passed away, I started to have a different perspective on life. They call it an epiphany, kind of a turning point moment.
Yeah.
So I moved from being the lowest in the class to year 2 getting the highest GPA.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very good achievement. Just like Ramon said, the person he loved so much, the person passed away, that ignited a flame in him. So that helped him to achieve the highest GPA for that year. And that is very commendable.
Appreciate, man. And it boils down again to the point of mindset. So I wasn't a failure. My mind needed expansion. And unfortunately, it had to go through that process for me to get to the next stage. So that's one. The second thing that I'm most proud of, that I believe is the biggest accolade of mine, was becoming a father. 2019, my daughter was born. And everything changed, because it's no longer just about me and my success. Now it's about building generational wealth. Now it's about putting things in place. Like
Mindset change.
And that's how life is. You're going to go through different stages and you'll realize that it's like an expansion. So never limit yourself. Trust me, your mind is limitless. And that's my take on it.
Success only comes through self-improvement. And self-improvement comes with a change in your mindset. You cannot improve with the same level of thinking. You cannot improve with your same mindset. You can't be doing the same thing and hoping for a different result. Again, this is All Things Awesome. Thank you so much. You can like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you can see people like Ramon. As I said before, you will be seeing dentists, psychiatrists, a host of various persons with various type of lifestyle, but they are successful, they're achieving, and they have some really great stories that will inspire you. So have a wonderful day. Stay awesome.